Welcome back, everyone. We just wrapped up section 10, and we now have a fully functioning Chrome extension that allows us to easily get the login credentials for our favorite websites. In this section, which is our last section for feature development, we're going to leverage the Chrome extension API and add in a handful of pro features to our extension. The first one that we'll tackle in this lesson will be navigating to the login URLs of the entries in our extension. So opening up our extension, putting in our credentials, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When we click this button, it should take us to the Amazon login page. Let's head into the code and take a look at what's going on here. So in our source, JS, templates, entry templates. Scrolling down to our main section and into this section right here, this first button is the one that we just looked at that will be taking us to the entries login page. And you can see that when we click it, we are firing off a navigate to login function that is in our entries controller. You can also see that we're passing the entry as an entry param so that we have the required data to make this work. Let's go ahead and grab this method, copy it, and then head into our entries controller. Controllers, entries, and down here at the bottom, right below our update main method, let's paste in our navigate to login. And the first thing we're going to need to do is destructure the params. So we can do params, give that a little bit of space, and let's console log a message here. Hello from navigate to login. Just go ahead and save that and head into the browser and check out our Chrome extension. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over and then open up our extension and open up the inspector. Head into the console, and now I'm going to log in. Okay, you can ignore this third-party cookie warning here. This is something that is happening in a future version of Chrome. Now, I'm going to go ahead and click our login button here. And great, you can see that we see our message, hello from navigate login. Now, this is where we'll need to start leveraging the Chrome extension API. Notice that when we click on the button, we do see the message in the console, but only in the context of our extension, and we can't directly access the tabs. This means we can't use something like window.location.href and then set the tab URL to our entry URL. But don't worry, there is a pretty easy way to do this. Let's check out the Chrome extension API docs. I'm gonna go ahead and close this and open that back up. So here we are on the tabs page of the Chrome extension API reference. And looking at this first paragraph here, it says, use the Chrome.tabs API to interact with the browser's tab system. You can use this API to create, modify, and rearrange tabs in the browser. And we'll be modifying a tab's URL, so this is exactly what we need. Scrolling down to the permissions, it also says, most features don't require any permissions to use. For example, creating a new tab, reloading a tab, or navigating to another URL. And for what we're doing right now, we don't technically need permissions. But we will in the next lesson when we want to call tabs.query. But we'll cover that in the next lesson. On the right-hand side here, let's scroll down to methods right here, and then we can scroll all the way down to the bottom of this list and click on update. And here we see the update method, and we can use it by calling chrome.tabs.update. And here are the available options. The first being tab ID. The question mark means that it's optional. And if we scroll down a little bit, you can see that it defaults to the selected tab of the current window. The next option is the update properties, and this is an object. And this is the thing that we're going to be updating. So if we scroll down to the very end of this list, you can see we have URL here. Add a URL to navigate the tab to. This is exactly what we'll be doing. Scrolling back up to the top, the callback function is optional, and we don't need that for our situation. So we can go ahead and grab this and go back into our code, and we can clear out our console log and paste in chrome.tabs.update, and then close that off. And then here we'll pass in our object, and we'll do URL, and we'll do params.entry.url. Let's go ahead and save this and check out our extension in the browser. So I'm going to open up our extension, log in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to start with GitHub, and I'm going to go ahead and click the button here. Okay, great. So we navigated to the GitHub login page in the current tab. Keep in mind that we can create a new tab by simply updating update to create. Save that, go back into our extension, and if I hit Amazon, you can see that a new tab has been created. And whether you use update or create is totally your preference. So this is working perfectly. However, if we just happen to navigate to a login URL, let's say that we're already on GitHub, and I simply want to sign in, and I click the sign in button, and then I open up our extension, logging in, you can see that we're still on Amazon. Let's make it so that we auto-load the entry based on the URL of the active tab. We'll do this in the next lesson. I'll see you there.